Hello, I will talk briefly about the stars. The closest star to the Earth is the Sun, that is 150 million kilometers from the Earth. It takes the Sun's rays 8 minutes to reach the Earth. So you can say that any celestial body that emits heat and light as a result of nuclear fusion is defined as a star, whereas any celestial body that rotates around the Sun is defined as a planet. So the Earth is a planet that rotates around the Sun, that is a star, and the Earth completes one orbit around the Sun in 365 days, or in 1 year. The next closest star to the Earth is the star Proxima Centauri, that is 4 light years from the Earth. That is to say, the light that is emitted from the star Proxima Centauri reaches to the Earth after traveling for 4 years. Okay, so if theoretically there was a wedding on the star Proxima Centauri, and the wedding was broadcasted live to the Earth, and if the pictures of the wedding arrived to the Earth now at April 2023, actually the wedding at the star Proxima Centauri took place at April 2019, because the pictures from the wedding, it took to the pictures from the wedding 4 years to arrive to the Earth. Okay, so you can actually say that when you look at the stars, you are actually looking into the past. Okay, so what is a star? A star is a spherical celestial body, consists of matter in a state of gas and plasma. So that is the star, and now I will explain how the stars are organized in the visible universe. The stars in the visible universe are organized in the structure of galaxies that in terrain are organized, the galaxies themselves are organized in structures of galaxy clusters, and the galaxy clusters in terrain are organized in structures of superclusters, and the superclusters themselves are organized in structures of great walls. And the great walls are the largest structure known in the visible universe. Okay, so now I will explain what is a galaxy. A galaxy is a collection of many stars held together by gravity, and all the stars in the galaxy revolve around the center of the galaxy. An example of a galaxy is the Milky Way, and actually our solar system is placed into the Milky Way, and so is the Earth that is placed in the solar system. Okay, so and all the stars in the Milky Way revolve around the center of the Milky Way galaxy, and the number of stars in the Milky Way galaxy is about 200 billion stars. Another estimation is that the number of the stars in the Milky Way galaxy is about 400 billion stars. Okay, so that is a galaxy. Then a collection of many galaxies that held together by the gravity is called a galaxy cluster. And you can have in a galaxy cluster between hundreds of galaxies up to thousands of galaxies. Okay, and a bigger structure is a supercluster that is actually a collection of many galaxy clusters together that is called supercluster. You can have in a supercluster, and the superclusters in the galaxy clusters are held in a superclusters together by the gravity force. Okay, and you can have in a supercluster about thousands of galaxy clusters, and also the size of a supercluster could be between 100 million light years long up to 400 million light years long. Okay, and a bigger structure, actually the biggest structure known in the visible universe, is a great wall. And the great wall is actually many superclusters held together by the gravity force. And actually all the superclusters are moved in the universe as one unit. Okay, and the force that held them together is the gravity. And an example of a great wall is a huge GX that is about 1 billion light years far away from the Earth, and the size of LQG, ULQG, is about 1.37 billion light years long. Okay, so we can summarize the topic of the structure of the stars in the visible universe, and we can say that the stars in the universe are organized in structure of galaxies, and the galaxies themselves are organized in structure of galaxy clusters, and the galaxy clusters themselves are organized in structure of superclusters, and the superclusters are organized in structure of great walls, that is the largest structure known in the visible universe. Okay, so that is the structure of the stars in the visible universe. Okay, thank you very much.